Welcome back to Dicing with Death. So, Baron Song has left with his stone skin guards and his captain of the guard.
Haynes. Did he not want to ride into Thornwood atop an undead bronzed unicorn?
He most certainly did not.
This guy has no style, no sense of style. All right. Misty Rapids is going to be way cooler while I'm in charge.
He does leave in his armor and with weapons, though. They pull a cart, not your cart, but a cart behind them with supplies.
What weapons out of curiosity?
He has a longsword and a shield.
Okay. Steel longsword.
Steel longsword and a magic shield.
What about the mithril longsword? What happened to that?
Oh, is that from the keep?
Yeah, there was one in Cauldron.
That's in the treasure chamber currently.
Okay, you mean in one of my Noel's hands right now, currently?
Yeah. Well, you can put it in one of your Noel's hands as soon as he leaves the keep, but he had it stowed away in the treasure chamber.
Okay. Did we distribute the steel weaponry? I mean, so everyone in Misty, all five of the army of Misty Rapids is outfitted with steel weaponry at this point, right?
They use spears as weapons.
Okay, so that's all just stowed away in the treasure chamber.
Yeah, that's all bronze weapons. But you guys are wealthy now, very wealthy.
So I think as soon I see Baron Song off, and then I go to fuss with securing things.
Okay, what would you like to fuss with? What would you like to secure? And when, if at all, would you like to leave for Pernissus?
Yeah, I still haven't even planned. I do actually want to go to Pernissus. I'm almost upset that Lord Song reminded me of it before he left, because I was planning on going there anyways. But the fact that he told me to makes me feeling less good about it. So I want to fuss with my Knolls for sure. Just raise undead bronze Knolls. I'm a 17-year-old boy. So
did we decide when your birthday was?
I think in November or something. We rolled pretty low.
Okay.
So one of the Knolls is going to have the magic axe and a shield. Another one will have a mithril longsword. The third one, the one by... Ooh.
Please keep track of this on your character sheet.
Okay, how do I keep track of this? All right. Bronze Knolls. Oh, mithril longsword and magic shield.
Yes.
What happened to Lord's? Where was that in the treasury?
Yeah. Baron Song took a magic shield for himself.
Okay, so there is okay.
There's just the one left.
Okay, mithril longsword. The other one, I don't know what was in the armory. I'm not a weapon master by any stretch of the imagination. I give the one by Lord Song's bedchamber something intimidating, cool. He probably, I guess if he stuck the mithril longsword in the treasure chamber, he will keep it there.
Okay.
And so the other one just has some generic weapon. They do the same damage regardless.
Right.
So actually having a mithril longsword in the skeleton doesn't change anything. It just makes it probably harder to retrieve. Cool. Do I want to do it? So can you send me the spell list, at least for my curiosity?
Yes, I sent it to you in Skype already.
Oh, Skype. Where's Skype?
Yes, I know there's so many different messaging places. We should both really move to Discord for our game communication, though.
Does that work for gaze reflection? Oh, wouldn't it be nice? I should learn that, though. I should learn Magic Missile. Ooh, Continual Light. That is a fun one. That is another one. That's on the same level as Wizard Lock, where you create these permanent sources of light that forever break the universe.
I like to think that there's a wizard around there with darkness that just goes around casting it on all continual lights, trying to set the world in order. Some sort of half insane man who's like, no, the continual light, it can't be.
If you leave it burning forever, then...
Maybe that's what priests of Relkor do, the goddess of darkness. Maybe it's their job to put out all the magic light in the world.
That's a really cool idea.
Kind of keep the world in order. Get rid of all those unnecessary.
Who's out there? Is there anyone out there dispelling all of these wizard locked locks?
Do you just need to dispel magic to do it?
I think so.
Yeah.
There may be some rolls involved, but yeah.
Probably. But I can see the priests of Relcor coming to town and be like, do you guys have any unnatural magical light in your town that we can get rid of for you? Anybody? And people are like, God, someone put it in my living room or my bedroom and I can't sleep anymore. He's like, all right, I got you. Dispels the light and then keeps going on. Like it.
Yeah. Okay. So, I don't know if I actually... I'm debating whether to learn spells before I leave. I got a fuck ton of spells. I got a lot of lightning bolts. And I'm not really... So I want to spend some time deliberating in the map room. Do we have maps of the continent?
You have maps of the region and a map of the kingdom. There must be a crudely drawn world. No, I don't think you guys have a map of the continent here.
So I only know vaguely by description that, what's it, Parnissa?
Parnassus.
Parnassus. Somewhere to the south, if I go over land, in between us, there's some Amazonian-like kingdom of a matriarchal society.
Yes.
I could also go around by sea.
Mm-hmm.
Where is the young lady steam house?
She is currently resting comfortably in one of the spare guest rooms and has not left it. She has been given fresh clothing that is not torn.
Okay. When was the last time I saw Lady Dysek?
Now that you think about it, it might have been a month since you've seen her last.
Okay, so I will... Do I know where her manor is? Can I scry on that one morning?
Yes, you went in and murdered her son.
Okay, so I scry on Lady Dysek some morning.
The horrors of your actions come back to haunt you.
It wasn't... That was the wraith of the Tether Wilds.
Of course it was.
That's just a legend. Actually, yeah.
All right. So you scry upon her quarters. I think it'll probably take you a couple of days to find her quarters because
find her in it, or I remember
to find her actual room because
I know which one it was because when I spider climbed up the side of the keep, I peeked in her window before.
Did you?
Yeah, I think there was a light on, and she was up in her bed chambers.
Okay.
I went to the unlit window next to it.
Well, in that case, you find it right away.
Yeah. Whether I find her there is a different story. Or
you do find her there. She is resting in bed comfortably, with the sheets pulled down over her, not showing very much belly, but showing somewhat. And her mouth is moving, so she's saying something, but there's no one else in the room. And she's just kind of gently petting her stomach back and forth.
I need to make a damn... I get my as soon as the day after I raise the knoll, the Redsmiths are on to work on my damn 100 GP horns so that I can clear audience.
Okay. They get to work on the horns immediately.
Was I learning a spell previously?
Yes, you were. No, you weren't. That was a different person. That was Malachi who was learning a spell.
I want to research shield, and I do. God, I need to start a spell wish list. Shield and remove curse seems like it'd be good preemptive. I kind of regret not grabbing that last level.
All right, so you want to start with shield?
No, that's research. I think that'll take too long. So you didn't have a spell written down that I was learning?
No spells currently.
I'm tempted to grab Magic Missile to end my reliance on this amulet.
Your reliance on that amulet will never be broken.
You got me hooked.
Hopefully.
All right, I learned tongues, which I haven't had a chance to use yet.
What would you like to start with?
Yeah, we do want to get something turned around. Let's check her Melf's menu. So you said I did find that 1,000 GP golden tube.
Yes, you did. Perfect for Melf's minute meteors.
Yeah, I don't know that I liked that spell much better though than lightning bolt. I think magic missile might be the way to go. Shoot, stinking cloud, scare, a bit of bone from an undead. Does that do damage?
Well, you would have to get through the bronze plating.
We're gonna find some wraith powder.
You would have to probably find someone who sells like components of the undead, or a magic shop somewhere that would have imported some undead bone fragments.
Continue light, darkness. Oh man, magic's so cool. All right, I'm starting with magic missile.
Okay.
I do want to start. Yeah, if
What's your chance to learn magic missile?
75.
Okay.
Sorry, 80. It's 80. 95 minus 15 is 80.
All right. You learn it at the end of that day.
Nice.
Anything else you'd like to do?
Start in on continual light. Will be my next spell to start working on. That's a second level spell, so it'll take like a couple of days. I don't know if I'll stay here through that. Do I gain how many HP? We did 1 day. So
no, we've skipped like a week.
Oh, weeks. Okay, so I'm at full.
Yeah.
Didn't even need that to drink that potion.
Better safe than sorry, man.
So there's no rumors about do I need to? I guess I could head into town.
I think you haven't attracted any or heard any rumors, but no one really talks to you.
Yeah.
You kind of live a lonely existence.
Rub it in. So I hop on top of my gilded undead mount and I head into town to figure out what the common folk are talking about. Oh wait.
Well, Ullman would have something to say about that, I'm sure.
This is like the equivalent of like a car with crazy blinging wings or with blinging rims. Mm-hmm. Except those rims are made
out of bones?
From the bones of a tortured unicorn.
Yeah.
Oh, this is a dark place. All right. So I will head into Misty Rapids at some point to see if there's any news. I guess I'll probably try and find Vanessa. Did she hang around in Jexel's whatever? Jexel's...
She hangs around all over the place. She goes this way and that way. She goes wherever the wind blows, wherever she feels she's needed or can do her best work.
Sure.
Eventually you can find her. Let's say on the 24th, you run into her at her house one night.
Mm-hmm.
She lets you in and offers you some tea.
Sure, I'll take some tea. Although...
Carl, how is it going? Baron Song's away, I hear.
Is that public knowledge?
Mm-hmm.
Yes, he's in Thornwood.
What?
Giving his statement to the...
So... I heard that there was a large shipment of gold received from Cauldron recently.
Oh.
And it strikes me that Baron Song has not paid me for my services yet. And in fact, I have cut some of my extracurricular income sources in order to appease his neediness. Do you think you could make things right for me there?
Well,
after all, if it wasn't for that intelligence I was able to gather for you, we might all be buried underneath the earth right now. Well, at least you would be. Would have been very easy for me to just say nothing and have a surprise attack take over everyone. I think some compensation would be better.
How unfortunate it is that Lord Song does not remember his debts. 'Tis a good thing I'm not so forgetful. I'm at this point, I pulled out the Truth Seer ring, and I'm twirling it around, and I slide it on my finger. And then I reach into another pocket and produce Lady Steamhouse's jewelry set. I say, the treasure trove was most impressive, and you, if you're lucky, you may get to see the rest of it someday. But, well, I brought the best straight to you, and I flip. I don't know if it's in if I've got it in a pouch or in a. I don't know.
There's a whole bunch of it. I think you probably swept it all off into a backpack, or just dropped it into a pocket in your coat.
Okay. But so I pull out whatever this fistful of a baroness's, jewelry set, and I hand it to Vanessa, and I hope she has an appraisal proficiency. Maybe I should have gone to my jeweler friend who owes me a debt, but hey, I'm here.
She gives you a nice long whistle and goes, "Well, that is quite the reward. Thank you," and begins to draw it towards you.
I mean, I'm still she can certainly pick up a piece or two, but I think I've still got a bunch of it intertwined. I've got a fistful, so there's necklaces and things all wrapped around my neck.
I think there's an awkward moment where she starts to wrap her arms around the treasure, and her arms come in contact with your arms, and there's this she's pulling and you're holding on, and.
So what do you think it's worth? And I
a baroness's jewels?
I lay out the pieces so she can inspect them and hope, get an accurate appraisal.
Off the top of my head, I'd probably say 7,000 or 8,000 gold. It'll take me some time to get a more accurate impression, but that's probably the ballpark.
I hope you understand this is a sensitive matter. Do you think you are the best fence for this job? My friend, the jeweler up the street, owes me a favor.
The jeweler down the street. Oh, Georg, sometimes you're a little cute. You know that? Your naivete is just so...
Yeah. So I think we've got hands awkwardly intertwined with the jewels in between at this point. I say all right, and I loosen up and let her take the jewels, and I'll know if you cheat me on this. I look at her kind of seriously for a moment. I'll know. She wasn't lying about the price?
No. He looks at you and says, "Somehow I don't doubt that. You are a shadowy figure, put it best. Have your ways of knowing things that I don't know."
Yes, but there are things I'm sure that you hear that even my far-reaching ears cannot reach.
Well, that's why I take my
Has she shoved all the jewelry into her pockets, or
no, she's just left it on the table in front of her.
Yeah. I'm concerned about this steam house. Is it steam house or steam wall? I keep mixing the two. Steam house. The steam house army on the missing. How does a baron and 25 men at arms just slip into the tether wilds without anyone noticing?
Easy. The tether wilds are quite large, but I wouldn't worry about them too much.
Where did the baron go?
I don't know.
Do you know we have his daughter?
I heard there was a captive taken. I wasn't sure who.
keep that quiet. That's not information you should sell if you value your life. But yeah, a real mess. God, that family's sicker than the songs.
Oh, you're new around here, so you don't even know the half of it. You know Baron Steamhouse boiled his own mother alive? She disapproved of his marriage, so he boiled her and the former head wizard together under some bizarre notion that they were in league against him and trying to stop him with demonic powers. Meanwhile, the town stood and watched and chanted for her to die, despite her serving them well for over 3 decades.
I'll bet he watched it from atop his treasure pile, peering through his great glass window.
You know,
best view in the city, or something.
We might live in Misty Rapids, Georg, but at least we don't live in Cauldron.
Did she actually say Georg, or was that you messing up?
No, she said Georg.
Really?
Yes.
I don't correct her. Well, so you don't know where the army went? He didn't go to... I assume you would have heard if he went to Thornwood for help or to stage an ambush or something.
I don't know.
What if he had made it back to Cauldron by now? I'm surprised they weren't there waiting for us. It's all very peculiar.
Well, what did you hope to get out of the engagement? Utter
Which
victory?
engagement?
The death of Baron Steamhouse?
Oh, I don't care one way or another. This is a Baron's fight.
I certainly know that you could remove him if you wanted to. I wasn't there to see the battle, but from what I've heard from the soldiers coming into town in the evenings, it's a fairly one-sided affair. Here the numbers were 100 to 10? Something like that, 100 to 5? I mean, surely soldiers gossip and exaggerate, but if that's the truth, then maybe if that's what they say, then maybe the reality is what, 50 to 10? That's still 5 to 1 odds. That is not very good.
No, it's not much of an exaggeration.
And I heard he had a spellcaster on his side that was almost your equal.
I growl. I could have... Yes. No, these sound like much the truth of it.
Well, God knows where he is. And I doubt his men are going to even follow him anymore at this point. I mean, if you want, I can
Has there been any news?
If you want, I can arrange to I can arrange to peek in on Cauldron and see if he let you know if he shows up.
Has there been any news from Cauldron?
Just the news of the returning victorious army of Baron Song, bringing back a hoard of treasure. And a mysterious captive. With skin as pale as the full moon.
I don't think she's left her room at the keep since we brought her back. 2 days of sun and 30 years. God, she's paler than me. Well, yeah, it sounds like she doesn't have any more information, so I will probably take my leave, finish my tea, and go.
Careful, she says as you start to walk out the door. That tea was poisoned.
I give her a wink. I don't know if she's referring to the unicorn horn or not, but I'm not worried. Oh, and don't forget who remembered to see you paid your dues. And
I like you, Georg. You're a reasonable guy. I can do business with you. None of that wishy-washy emotion holding you back. None of that rage or silent anger like that Kel Greller type. Silent anger is a killer. Stop your life early. Good man. Or at least a good business partner.
Greller was the good man. He didn't deserve what happened to him, and I'd appreciate if you didn't speak his name in vain or speak in ill. You have a good night, Vanessa.
Good night. All right.
So,
what do you want to do?
I guess I'm not gonna worry about Baron Steamhouse and his paltry army. I think things are pretty locked down. Am I really not allowed to take my gnolls and my unicorn traveling with me to? Can I roll into? I want to do some research about this Parnissa place. Do I have any books on it, or does Baron Song have any books about it? Parnissa.
So all of your books were taken from Lady Redshield, right?
Not all of them. I have some from Bruce's.
Okay,
collection.
but the lion's share, the cartload of books.
Bruce had 19 books. Most of
But Lady Redshield had an entire library.
Like 90%. Yeah, she's like 100 or so books. Bruce had 8 academic tomes and 11 personal notebooks. I have a full-fledged research I have enough books to count as a research library for most purposes, but we may have to recalculate when I get to higher level spells, but I've got 100 and some odd books.
So I'd say you've got a 75% 75% chance you have a book on that talks about Parnassus in some way, shape, or form.
At least that I can locate.
Nice.
Yes.
All right. There is a book on the cities of Drekis and towns and cities of Drekis, and within that they mention Parnassus, of course.
Oh, I'm glad I'm watching chat. Was she was lying about the poison, obviously, and I got to read off of that. Vanessa.
I thought you might have taken your ring off by then, but if you hadn't, she was lying about the poison.
I don't think I lied about anything, did I?
I don't think so. But I figured when the conversation changed to more casual tone, you might have taken it off. But she was lying about the poison for sure.
Yeah. Okay. Kind of want to test this unicorn horn. Sorry. Back. Yeah. I daydreaming while I was reading this book. Back to Parnassus.
Parnassus is a town.
So Drekis is the kingdom?
Drekis is the kingdom. Parnassus is the town.
Okay.
It is on the eastern coast. In the plain called Destros. It is not attached to any river. Kind of out in the open. It has a stone dock, a medium-sized population that is overwhelmingly human.
Anything about its cultural, whatever?
Can I
stroll into town on a phantom steed with undead bodyguards? Or should I play it a little more stealthy?
It's in the county of Solwick, and as one of the southern, as a town in the southern county, they're known for their spicy food and lazy, slow accents.
Looking forward to this.
Yeah. But it's also, there's not much on Parnassus. It's kind of a small, know-nothing town. The sections on the other places in Solwick County are quite a lot larger. There's Bondundasir, Pickleglade, and Solwick as the other 3 towns in the area. All 3 of them are along rivers. Solwick's actually at a confluence of 2 rivers.
Mm-hmm.
Parnassus is kind of off on its own, and the other ones are all also connected, but not only by the same river, but by a road. And Parnassus is just kind of like thrown off on the side. It's not too much known about it. It's kind of a small town. Small-time lords. Not much to say.
Okay. So, I mean, yeah, Georg's planning out his route to Arnissus, I think. I think that's what I will do. I'll probably in evenings like continue my spell research as I go. But let's plan this trip. So what I'm debating now is between overland or by sea. If I go overland, I may actually need to bring a woman with me to pretend to be my mistress or master or whatever the correct term is here.
Yep.
Or I could just go stealth. I could just go invisible and walk the whole way through is an option.
Yep.
Where are we in dates? I mean, yeah.
You are on the 24th.
I mean, I guess I'll hear rumors as I hear them.
Actually,
as a Hardcore Heroes viewer, I know that shit's going down in this kingdom, and I keep expecting Georg to get these like world-shattering, or kingdom-shattering news. Sorry, spoilers. But I guess I won't be here for that, from the sound of it.
Yeah. Also, you're fairly far away from any great news of these things.
Yeah, Misty Rapids is a quiet town.
Yeah. And you're fairly insulated from rumors by the nature of your character. No, you don't.
Excuse me? Yeah. No.
Yeah. You've got Vanessa if you want to know about world news. She'll tell you whatever she can pick up.
Mm-hmm.
But you keep a pretty low profile, it seems like. So it's the 25th of June. It's a Saturday. It's hot, like 87 degrees out, hot. Misty Rapids is also pretty humid area, so hot and humid, lovely combination.
Yeah.
Start of summer, after all.
What happens if I read the stars and use my astronomy proficiency?
What are you trying to astronomize or astrologize?
Any advice on this journey? I don't know exactly. I get to ask a question, right?
Right.
You can maybe even save this for next week if you want more prep time. But I think I will do that before I go.
What is the question you would like to ask?
It's about a person. I need to know a person and their sign. Where's my player's handbook? And another thing I'm debating is whether the gnolls come with. I wasn't able to get anything about the culture of Arnissus to like gather what their view on magic is. This seems like it'd be something I'll have to come up with myself.
Mm-hmm.
So I guess I get a forecast of myself for the next 30 days. I can foresee some general event, great battle, friend loss, new friendship. DM decides the exact prediction. So I don't know if we need to do that now or before the journey next week. I don't think we're going to make it to Parnassus this session, or even maybe we can. So I don't know if we'll even. Well, we'll see.
Do you have a specific question in mind?
Well, I think it's a read on me, and I guess the general omen I get from this journey to Parnassus, I'm considering to undertake.
Mm-hmm.
If it is a dangerous journey, if there are unintended consequences, intrigue along the way,
always unintended
adventure. So I'm okay. So I'm thinking that, and I guess yeah. What do you think, chat? Should I bring my gnolls with me, or do I leave them here to guard the keep? I feel like if I walk into a town with gnoll bodyguards, there's gonna be some serious wizard prejudice going on, and maybe even some necromancer accusations. But it's a monster. It's a gnoll, right? There's nothing evil about raising a gnoll.
You act like everyone who sees it knows instantly that it's a gnoll.
Yeah. Yeah, I think we're gonna.
Okay. So why don't you want to end it here then?
Are we satisfactorily playing? I still haven't decided what my route is, but I guess we can give it the week if we want to do that.
Sure.
Um,
Or maybe your astrology reading warns you. I know what it is. Your reading warns you to go by sea. The specific wording is, the seas are safe where the lands are not.
Okay. This is kind of the reason I wanted a human skeleton, so that I could wrap it in, like mummify it and put it in a robe or something,
Your own mummy.
and have a servant. But I guess one of these days I'll actually learn Unseen Servant, and it won't matter. Okay, so I think my plan will be to head east via Thornwood to Shirebrook to catch a boat.
Okay.
I don't know if we want to start that journey tonight or if we just want to tie things
No,
up.
I think that should be our journey for another time. I think that can be next week's journey.
Yeah.
And speaking of next week's journey, will you be able to do Wednesday next week?
Oh, man.
I know you've got a busy schedule next week.
Yeah. I don't know. We'll schedule later. I don't know. Check. Where do they check? Your Twitter?
Check the Twitter, check the chat here with the command !CD space DWD for the updated schedules as soon as they come about. And other than that, I think we'll just see you guys next week.
Yeah. Do we need to do any experience or anything?
You did raise some.
Yeah. I don't think you get. Do you get experience for casting a scroll? I don't think so.
I don't think so, but I think bronzing some gnolls and a unicorn and then raising them to serve you and posting them as guards is pretty cool and experience worthy. So why don't you mark, how many hit dice did you raise? 10 hit dice?
Mm-hmm.
Why don't you mark 1,000 for that?
All right, including a 10% or not?
Not including 10%.
Okay. So that brings me to 114,017. Undead Quest XP.
Yes. And I think that's it for tonight.
Yeah, ended a little early.
That's
what is this?
Rare.
I know, usually we're like in the midst of a salty battle and having to cut it off because we're out of time.
Well, that's fine. I've got so much to do tonight. It's not even funny.
Yeah, had a big day. Maybe I should go back and watch those Hardcore Heroes VODs from this afternoon. Don't even make that spoiler face at me.
Cool.
Okay, I think
that's it. We'll see you guys next week. Yeah. Take care, everybody. Good night. And
are you streaming anytime soon, or are we shutting down for the weekend?
No, I am shutting down until Monday. There will be no stream Friday, Saturday, or Sunday. There's no shenanigans. There's no other things. It is my birthday this weekend. So as soon as this stream is off, I am packing and cleaning my camping supplies, and then I won't be in touch until Monday. So, peace out, y'all. Good night.
Bye-bye.